Welcome back to Season 8! So my first 2K of the season is with the new legend, Fuse. You might have I've previously got 2Ks with similar legends, Bangalore, Caustic, and I feel like this legend has a similar playstyle. There's these one other playstyles you can do with him. As well, in Season 8 we have the new Kings Canyon map. They put a new big update in to try and change the way everybody was third partying, and instead everybody fourth and fifth partied. So that's going to be a lot of fun from now on. And we have the new gun, the Repeater, which kind of floats between a G7 triple take, but then threw in the Flatlines and the R301's Anvil receiver. Anvil receiver still being strong as ever. In fact, I prefer it over the Repeater, to be honest. It's easy to control, you do similar damage. You effectively are carrying 3 guns, because you have your normal gun. In this video I eventually pick up a Volt. You have your Flatline, which is your assault rifle, but then you can switch it to the sort of Repeater style single fire long range with a high magazine count. So you end up with 3 sort of guns, and it gets end game, and all you have to do is switch it back to auto, and you're fine. So I mean, let me know what you think of the Repeater. I think it's just not, it doesn't quite fit in the meta as they'd hoped. I think the G7 is still strong. I think Triple Take is still strong. Why go to the effort of learning a new gun when you've got so many other options to play with, including the Wingman. Actually, again, similar damage to Repeater, but much easier to handle. Anyways, back to Fuse. Fuse is a ordnance specialist. He can use more grenades than anyone else. He can fire grenades from his mechanical arm, which I don't know if he stole it off of Marvin or if he just was giving it to somebody. We might find out in the lore at some stage. But it's like running a grenade launcher. So don't having 3 guns with Fuse. You have that third gun. You have a grenade launcher all of the time. In his tactical, which is a grenade, and his passive. I know Respawn were considering putting in a grenade launcher at some point, possibly the EPG from Titanfall 2. And this could be a sign that they want to see how this goes, and they might put in the grenade launcher, which means everybody can do what Fuse does at that point, so it might be a good balance actually. But also, we had a lot of changes. The Volt got nerfed. I think it's still strong as ever. As you'll see later in this video, actually. The Alternator is now back in the organization. This is now in line with the Volt. R99 is still a bit of a highlight. If you can control the recoil on that thing, you can shred people, but you will need a whole mag to do it. And then we have, like I said, the Flatline, which has got a massive buff with the Anvil receiver. It's now much less boring, I guess is the term. Hopefully they will fix those bugs as well in this update. And you can see the audio is still an issue on this map, because just run right up to people in this game and have no idea they're there, and I just shred them in the face at point blank range. Fuse, let's go back to Fuse. So we can see, you know, here he's got the ultimate with the fire, RAP Johnny Cash, and he's also got the tactical with the grenade. So you can control zones with the fire in the same way you control Caustic's ult. So they're very similar ults, but it's more of a perimeter than a area of effect ultimate. Whereas his tactical is like a mini Caustic ult. You just fire a grenade in and it does area of effect damage over a period of time. So if you want a more accurate Caustic, this is a good legend for you. If you want to be more accurate with Caustic's abilities, this is a good legend for you. Yeah. What do you think of Bangalore, anyone still? I think her ult needs a massive buff still. Again, in this video, I run straight into one, chasing a bang. It doesn't stop me from killing her. Whereas the Jibby ult actually eventually does some serious damage. So it's kind of weird having 2 legends that have basically the same ult with an airstrike, but one of them does way more damage than the other. And Mirage has jumped to his death. Don't know what happened there. But apparently, didn't even get the kill before he killed himself, so he wouldn't have got that kill. So he wouldn't get the RP, but never mind. Yeah, he's gone.
He won that fight, got the kill, and then died.
Anyway, back to Fuse. So 2K Fuse, mostly because of third party. He is very much an aggressive third party legend. I wouldn't say he was as aggressive as Wraith or just Path or Revi, but if you open in the right way, if you start with his tactical, for example, and then push, or you use his grenade passives and then push and then use the tactical, there are some strategies here that can really work, can really pay off. But like I said, mostly in a third party situation. A straight 3v3, it does become much more difficult to use. His abilities are very obvious when you see them coming. There's a couple of counters you can throw in there. You've got the Gibby Dome, you've got the Wraith phase out, you've got Lifelines revives. But in a third party situation, he is the ultimate third party legend for sure,
Enemy here.
So we're going to get into this video today. Hope you enjoy my first video of Season 8. Tell me how you're enjoying Season 8. Tell me if you like the season map changes to Kings Canyon. Is it still the same old Kings Canyon? Personally, I believe it kind of is. It looks better, and it's slightly bigger, but the third partying is still an absolute joke. And again, like I said, I think the audio might have something to do with that, because you can hear fights happening from literally anywhere on the map, so it's very easy to be like, oh, there's a fight over there, let's go finish that one off. And then 7 parties turn up, and that's how that happens. Running the Volt flatline eventually in this as well, so what you think of the SMG meta, that seems to have changed quite a bit. The assault rifle meta has changed. Because this game is all about movement and mobility, and those are the two classes of guns where you're going to have the most effective mobility and aggression as well. So here we go, we're going to go, this is where I go chase after the Bangalore in a minute, and you'll see what I mean by the Bang ult, that no one is ever scared of the Bang ult, because it just does not do enough damage. It doesn't happen quick enough. And it's just so obvious when she uses it, and it comes down in just like a straight line, so you don't really have to worry. So take the there's the ultimate to do serious damage. If that was an R9, may have seen it straight away. Who knows? The Volt probably. But, and the ult is still happening, and I'm not being affected because it's so widespread. Maybe it's too brought in, but then it would be too close to the Chibi ult, and like, what would be the point? There we go, also running the Volt flatline as well, so she probably would have won that fight against me actually, to be honest. All I had was a wingman alternator, but she was a solo, so there we go. So, if you're still watching this video, tell me what loadout you like to run, because I also noticed about Kings Canyon map, as you can find whatever loadout you want pretty much anywhere. The loot pool is very, very healthy. You won't spend entire games looking for a particular gun. As I have done on World's Edge and on Olympus, I have literally not been able to find a flatline for an entire game before, not seen a single one. And that gets extremely annoying. Especially, you want to play with a certain gun that you like. If you can't find it, it's a very frustrating game, and you waste a lot of time that you could be spending on getting kills, getting damage, looking for this gun.
Let's go this way.
And tell me what you think of Fuse, new character. Is he a good addition? Is he a bad addition? Does he not really fit in the meta? Is he exactly what you expected? For me, it's exactly what I expected him as. Pre-season, I predicted we were going to have a grenade specialist. I was actually hoping he was going to be fortified like Gibraltar and Caustic, and because we only have 2 legends with fortifying, yet we have multiple legends with low profile. I think we need a little bit of a balance there, where it's not just about the Gibby and the Caustic tanks. And if you had a 3rd legend, then you could actually have a full squad of tanked up legends, which would be absolutely terrifying. I think that would shake up the meta quite a bit if you had a whole team that could take 15% less damage than you. We have the blast vaults as well, again very easy to use, very easy to find. I know there was worries about people getting third partied here, but it's so easy to use and so quick that you really don't have to worry. By the time, even though it sounds like the grenade sound and people know you're using it, you're in and out before anyone can get anywhere near you, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, we had people literally here that didn't seem to give a damn. So they could have easily just jumped on us in the loot vault thing, but the Wraith was too busy doing a finisher. And then, you know, rage quitting. Oh, that was a Wraith on Wraith as well. Surprised they didn't rage quit. And then this is where we get into our 4th, 5th. There's so many parties here in this next bit. There are random solos running around because no one knows who belongs to who at this point. In this area we have the vertical height of Kings Canyon's always been an issue for a lot of people.
Opening fire.
Got us a care package coming in.
And this is where Fuse really shines actually. Where he's at an advantageous position, if he wants to push, he can. If he doesn't, that's okay. Just use the tactical, aggro some people, get some other squads to get involved. And the range on that thing is utterly crazy. You can shoot grenades for like the distance of sniper rifles. Alright. Again, the audio, I don't know if it's the audio or what, but they have no idea where it's coming. Well, again, the recoil is crazy easy. You hit them with the tactical again. The damage you're doing there is a powerful tactical. I've never seen a thermite rebound off something like that as well. His passive is absolutely crazy with that. You don't have to worry about the arc of the grenade anymore. Ult, which in a confined space is quite terrifying. But again, it's quite easy to escape actually. You see it coming, you just get out of the way. And then if it doesn't touch you and it lands, you can just kind of sit there, because they're not going to push you, because if I run through FR, I also get damaged. So you end up with just this awkward situation. Oh, that's brilliant. Just get heal up when you don't push, because there's a wall of fire that you're not going to come through. The distance, as you can see, absolutely, the speed of it is like the same as some of the fire rates on the guns, that tactical. It's less of a grenade launcher and more of a grenade gun, to be honest. That's why you use carry fuel to make accelerants. Another random solo. Another random solo. Again, just gets everybody off. I completely forgot I even had a extended mag on this, to be honest. Golden mag. Because the reload time on a Vault is so quick that you don't really need a gold mag on a Vault. Literally takes, I mean, the flatline, yes. The Vaults, just not necessary. Into... Here we go. Okay, again, that was when I ran 7 squads off. Look at all the death boxes in one place, utterly crazy. This is ranked as well. This is a ranked game, remember. This looks like a pub game. That whole bit looked like a pub game. It's a ranked game. Yeah, like top end of silver ranked game. And people are just going absolutely crazy. King's Canyon has some of the best rotations on the maps as well. World's Edge, every rotation is a checkpoint. Olympus, I mean the rotation, the whole map is just rotations. It's a circle and you have the most amount of ways. But it's so open as well though.
We wiped the bloody floor with that squad.
Lucky us, we're with the new kill leader.
And this is where it goes downhill for me. So we're now up to
Energy ammo.
1,700 or 800 damage. Mostly from poking. Actually, that's another thing. If you want to get a
Energy ammo
2k,
here.
make sure you poke. That is probably one of the best ways
1
to
minute.
get
The
your
ring's
damage up,
fitting
get your
distance,
Evo
folks.
shield up. Just poke everybody. And also, you might trick some other third parties for going for the other
Reckon we
team.
should go here.
And then that team's in trouble because you started a fight with them, but then somebody else will go and kill them for you. Gives you a better chance of winning the match.
Care package over there.
Sneaky sneak. Still 4 squads left at this point. But, of course we don't know who's there. Oh, that damage tracker up there. Extremely helpful. Okay, so I would not have been this aggressive if I didn't know I was this close to a 2k. If that wasn't there, I probably would have been a lot more campy. I would have set up probably on this ridge here, waited for the other teams to close in on each other, and then just altered it as a massive third party. And now, because I know I'm this close to 2k, I'm like, I've got to find that guy. I don't even care if I don't win. I just got to hit one more person, and I've got my 2k badge. Okay,
Peacekeeper
let's see,
here.
care package, which has I believe it's a peacekeeper, which again, we were expecting it to come out because the Mastiff is so strong now. You don't see peacekeepers getting used as much. I decided not to go for it because I'm probably going to die if I use that thing. Wraith obviously loves the peacekeeper. She loved the peacekeeper.
We ought to go here.
Look at the size of the circle, and yet I cannot find any of these 4 squads. It's a really good end position for a circle though, because it's a forest, so it's so much cover, so much potential for so many fights to go down. So many levels as well. This is why I still say this is probably the best map, actually. Comment if you disagree. Love to know what you think. But I think Kings Canyon is the best map. It has the most amount of variety. It's not just buildings, it's not just cliff edges. Whereas the other 2 maps are literally just open area buildings, open area buildings, open area everywhere you go. Whereas Kings Canyon has so many like cool little places like this ridge
Making contact here.
that you can sort of sneak along, get your advantage. There we go, there's the guy.
Sending out another
But no, there's still 4 squads left, so that's just 1 squad. End circle rings, which close a bit slower. That's why you tend to get more in the final ring, and there's the 2k. That's 2k on the badge there. So now we start getting aggressive, because I've got that motivation. I'm like, yes, let's do this. Yes, good old Jibby. Let's do better than David this old. Which, again, way more aggressive, powerful than Bangalore's ult, by far. See how quickly that if Bangalore's was that quick, it would be so much more deadly.
Oh man, we lost one. I'm down.
Luckily I had a self-revive. Look how small that circle is, and there's still 4 squads left. Still. There's the Jibby. So take the Jibby, then the Revy comes up behind me, and I forget that I have a golden mag, so I'm probably going to switch to the gold. There we go. It's not even the end yet, really. By level 23. Serious? Revenant. I have no idea what Bronze 4 is doing on my Silver 1 lobby, but there we go.
2k though.
There we go. 2k with Fuse for 4 days into new season. Tell me what you think of Fuse. Thank you for watching. I'm looking forward to this new season of Apex. We are grinding our way to Diamond. Let's get it. Let's go. Season 8.